Hey everyone, today we're diving into the two incredible senses that literally connect us to everything, our sight and our hearing. You could call them our windows to the world. And in this quick guide, we're going to cover the essentials of keeping them healthy. So let's kick things off with a simple question.
Really think about that for a second. We count on our eyes and ears every single moment of every day, and we barely even notice. It's just automatic. But what happens when these amazing, crucial systems need a little bit of help? Well, that's exactly what we're about to find out.
Okay, first up, the eye. This thing is an absolute marvel. It's like your own personal, biological, high-definition camera, and it's constantly recording and making sense of the world. So, let's break down the key parts that make it all work. Seriously, just think of it like a pro-level camera. The sclera, that's the tough protective body. The cornea is like the crystal-clear front lens gap. The iris and pupil work together as the aperture, deciding exactly how much light to let in. Then you've got the lens, which does the fine-tuning and focusing, and the retina, that's the high-tech sensor at the back, capturing the image and zapping it straight to your brain. It's a pretty wild system, right? But, sometimes that system doesn't get the focus just right. These little glitches are called refractive errors, and they are unbelievably common. We're talking about 1/3 of the entire population dealing with them. So let's do a quick rapid fire of the big ones. First, you've got myopia, which most of us just call nearsightedness. This is when you can see things up close just fine, but things far away get all blurry. And that's because the light is focusing in front of the retina, instead of right on it. And the flip side of that coin is hyperopia, or farsightedness. You guessed it, this time the focal point lands behind the retina. So reading a book might be tough, but seeing something across the street is usually no problem. Now there's a special version of this that's tied to getting older, and it's called presbyopia. As the years go by, the lens in our eye just isn't as flexible as it used to be. That makes it harder to snap your focus onto things up close, like, say, the menu at a dimly lit restaurant. Sound familiar?
And to round out our list, we have stigmatism. Now this one's a little different. It's not about where the light focuses, but how. If your cornea is shaped a bit more like a football than a perfect sphere, it scatters the light, and that can cause blurriness pretty much everywhere, near and far.
Okay, so moving on from focusing issues, our eyes can also get inflamed. A super common example of this is conjunctivitis, which pretty much everyone knows as pink eye. It's an inflammation of that thin, clear outer membrane of the eye. But here's the thing, not all eye redness is pink eye. It's all about location. Conjunctivitis affects that whole outer layer. Blepharitis, on the other hand, is inflammation right on the edge of your eyelid. And a stye, that's a tiny infection in a gland in your eyelid that looks, well, pretty much like a pimple. Now, let's talk about two other major conditions, especially common as we age: cataracts and glaucoma. It's easy to mix them up, but they're completely different problems. A cataract is physical. It's the lens itself getting cloudy, like you're trying to look through a foggy window. Glaucoma is all about pressure, too much of it building up inside the eye, which can really harm the optic nerve. All right, let's switch gears. We've focused on the eye. So now, let's tune into our other amazing sensory organ, the ear. And believe it or not, it's not just for hearing. It's also mission control for your body's entire sense of balance. The ear is this brilliant little three-part machine. The outer ear, the part you can see, is designed to catch sound waves. Those waves then travel to the middle ear, where the eardrum and 3 of the tiniest bones in your body turn them into vibrations. Then, the inner ear does the real magic, translating those vibrations into signals your brain understands as sound, all while managing your equilibrium. So, just like with our eyes, how do you know when something might be off with this incredibly complex system? What are the red flags we should be listening for?
Well, it really boils down to these 4 main signs. Altalgia. That's just the medical term for ear pain. Tinnitus is that phantom ringing or buzzing noise that only you can hear. Vertigo isn't just dizziness. It's that intense feeling that the whole room is spinning. And of course, there's deafness, which can be anything from a slight hearing loss to a total one.
Now, when we're talking about hearing loss, it usually falls into 2 big categories. The easy way to think about it is this. Conduction deafness is like a plumbing problem. Something is physically blocking the sound. But sensory neural deafness, that's more of an electrical problem. The sound gets in just fine, but nerve damage stops the signal from making it to the brain.
And yeah, just like our vision, our hearing changes with age. The official name for it is presbyacusis. And here's a number to keep in your back pocket: 50. For a lot of folks, that's around the age when the very first subtle signs of age-related hearing loss can start to creep in.
So we've covered the eyes, we've covered the ears, we've seen how they work and some of the ways they can run into trouble. So that leaves us with the biggest question of all. What are you supposed to do about it?
Honestly, the takeaway here is as simple as it gets. 1. Just pay attention. Notice the changes. Don't just brush off blurry vision or a new ringing in your ears. 2. If you notice something, get it checked out by a pro. Don't try to self-diagnose. And 3, a simple one. Just follow their advice. That's it. It's a simple plan, but it's incredibly powerful.
And that really brings us to the heart of it. Everything you experience, every sight, every sound, is brought to you by these amazingly delicate and complex organs. They literally build your reality from moment to moment. So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. How are you protecting yours?